Access Hollywood. Welcome back to Access Hollywood and our special on the House of Blues. I'm Larry Menti at this famous nightclub on Sunset Boulevard in Los Angeles. You know, in the past, when those curtains behind me have opened, on stage has been Prince, Stevie Wonder, Bruce Springsteen. All have performed on that very stage, but of course, they aren't the only stars who have wowed the crowds here at the House of Blues. Right, Nancy?
Oh, you're so right, Larry. Yes, when it comes to top-notch talent, this club has some serious bragging rights. Stars line up to play at pal Dan Aykroyd's place, and we were there front and center when music legends Tony Bennett and Aretha Franklin hit the stage.
I was born on the stage.
Aretha Franklin and Tony Bennett.
I like to entertain people.
They are two bona fide icons in the world of music. Legendary stars like Tony and Aretha can draw giant crowds in the biggest auditoriums all over the world, and they have.
I know I'd go from rags to riches.
But when they really want to get down and jam and give their fans an up-close and personal performance, they come to the House of Blues.
I like it because it's more intimate, it's more personal, and people are closer to you and you're closer to them. So it's warmer, I think. Did you come to party? Party with me now, y'all.
It's just like singing in the living room. But it's really fun to just work with my trio in a club like this, and you're allowed to really improvise instead of having a big orchestra where it's all set. You could really change tunes in the middle of the show. They'll be smooth sailing 'cause I'm trimming my sails with my top hat and my white tie and my tails.
And for someone like Tony, who loves to paint just as much as he loves to perform, the House of Blues has more to offer than just a stage, bright lights, and a few hundred smiling faces.
The big day may be tonight. Oh, this is a museum here, the House of Blues. You could just walk around this place and you just see some tremendous primitive art, great native art, and it's a masterpiece. It's a museum, actually.
Aretha agrees. As an amateur decorator, the Queen of Soul likes what she sees here.
It's very quaint, don't you think? Stars and moons on the ceiling, and there's Elwood's hands from the Blues Brothers. There's a little crown back here, the chair, not the crown, but the chair. It's interesting. It's very interesting, particularly from a decorator's point of view.
Aretha and Tony both say they really love to see their fans enjoy themselves. And playing at a place like the House of Blues makes the pair remember why they started performing in the first place.
The audiences are always new, and some of the old fans are always there, and it's good to see them. We have people that just go from place to place with us. I don't know how they know where we're going to be, but they do, and they're always there.
I'm thrilled with it. I mean, at 70 years old, here I am singing like I sang when I was 18. So I'm in very lucky shape.
Oh, he's still got it, doesn't he? All right, you know your club is a big success when someone like the artist formerly known as Prince calls up and asks if he can perform. Not too shabby, huh? One reason the House of Blues attracts such an A-list of performers is because it has some real power players behind the scenes. Listen to this list. Aerosmith, Carly Simon, George Wendt, and Paul Schaefer are all celebrity investors in the clubs.
When we come back, meet the man they call Mr. Imagination, who'll show you how he creates some of that incredible artwork you see at the House of Blues.
Do you feel spiritually inspired with any of these pieces? With every last one I do.
That's coming up when our Access Hollywood special on the House of Blues returns.
back, everybody, to this special edition of Access Hollywood, where we are giving you the ultimate look at the House of Blues. Hi, everybody. I'm Nancy O'Dell here in our studio.
And I'm Larry Menti at the House of Blues in Los Angeles. And when you come here, you can't help but notice the unique interiors. All this stuff has an amazing story behind it. That's because the House of Blues is also a house of art, all thanks to a little imagination.
You want art to inspire, to terrify, to sort of bring out some sort of emotion. This stuff is so powerful, so pure from the heart.
House of Blues founding father Aretha Franklin is speaking of the colorful array of folk art that adorns the walls of his celebrated clubs.
We have one of the largest collections of rural folk art in the world.
And celebrity investor Dan Aykroyd is definitely proud of the collection. He credits Tigrett for bringing this unique art to the clubs.
Where did you see your first piece of folk art that inspired you to say, hey, this works out with the whole voodoo blues kind of thing?
You know, it's the visual blues, Dan. It comes from the same part of the country, from Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Kentucky, Tennessee. These are untrained artists, people who just have the gene inside that says create. They pick up whatever they can, whether it be Coke bottles or a piece of lumber, piece of wood, and
tin,
and these have now become some of the great heroes.
True, once looked down upon as junk artists, through the House of Blues, these artisans have finally gotten the recognition that they have long deserved.
These artists, they don't have galleries, they don't have, agents. They create because God put that gene in them and said, hey, manifest yourself.
I feel blessed.
He calls himself Mr. Imagination, an artist that heard that divine call. His work comprises much of the over 700 pieces of folk art in Chicago's House of Blues.
It's just a really great honor to have my work here, and it's wonderful.
Using non-traditional materials such as discarded rakes, guitars, and bottle caps, Mr. Imagination hammers out soulful art bursting with the raw energy of the blues.
This here is some twisted bottle caps. That's a broom, and I love working with seashells.
Well, they don't call him Mr. Imagination for nothing. This artist, known for creating art out of, well, garbage, is a favorite of Aretha Franklin.
Oh, man, what's going on, man? Hey, good to see you.
Looking for more art pieces, Tigrett paid a visit to Mr. Imagination's studio and got an eyeful of the I-Man's latest work.
The thrones are absolutely outrageous. But it's such a brilliant, brilliant piece. It's just incredible. Do you feel spiritually inspired with any of these pieces?
With every last one I do.
They feel like it too, man, let me tell you. All right, I gotta have this.
This is a very old feather duster.
That is so fantastic. You do it with such love. I mean, this is what an amazing amount of work. What a great collection.
And you can see this amazing amount of work and others like it at the House of Blues' 5 locations, where the spirit of the South comes alive in sound and full, vibrant vision. And when they say they have the largest collection of folk art in the world here at the House of Blues, they are not kidding. You know, just about everywhere you look in this place, there's art. You want proof? Take a look on the ceiling. Here you go, a 3D portrait of B.B. King, the legendary blues guitarist. There are the namesakes, the Blues Brothers, Jake and Elwood, and next to them, you have Isaac Hayes, of course, of Shaft fame. Everywhere you look, there's art and there's blues.
Next, find out why the Doobie Brothers are still smoking.
Just use your imagination.
Plus, what are these disco fans doing at a blues club?
Everybody just has a blast.
We're a little bit disco and a little bit rock and roll when our House of Blues special continues.